Hey, what's up, John Sonmez here. So I just want to do a video just kind of on some of the thoughts I was having recently. I was looking at a comment. Actually, I did this video on the boys are not all right. You can check out that video here, and the link will be in the description. And someone was commenting on that because I was talking about in that video how like a lot of the purpose of this channel kind of, and maybe where I may take the focus is on teaching men how to be men, teaching boys how to be men, honestly. I don't know, I think people take that the wrong way, right? And the reason why, like, let me go back and talk about the psychology of this a little bit, just from my own experience. I feel like, as a man, that no one really taught me this, right? You know, my dad's a great guy, and he taught me some of these things, but not really all of these things, right? And it's not his fault, right? I think it just has to do with the way that we are in society today, where it's different. It's different. There's no rites of initiation. There's none of these things that really introduce a boy into manhood today, and you kind of have this path that you have to walk and stumble on your own. And it's become more complicated. It's become more difficult, actually, over time, as society has basically tried to repress or suppress the kind of manliness or masculinity, right? And I've been actually shifting to the term manliness instead of masculinity because I feel like someone was talking about this and I tended to agree with them that masculinity was like a feminist type of term. Anyway, where am I going with this? So I guess what I'm saying is that to me, right, in my mind, I was missing out on a lot of life, right? What I mean by that is like if you're a lion, okay? Right? Remember that story, you know, I remember that Disney Lambert the sheepish lion, Lambert the sheepish lion, right? And it's about this lion that was raised by these lambs, and he thought he was a lamb, right? And it's interesting, like, if you are a lion, okay, and you're raised by lambs, like, you don't know any different. You don't know how to fucking hunt and kill. What's gonna happen is you can live a great life, right, as a lamb, all right? And you can, you know, graze in the pastures and hang out with all the other lambs, but you're gonna feel like something's missing, right? And so that's what it was like for me, okay? And that's what it's like for a lot of guys today in society today, boys that they look like men, they're grown up like men, they're the age that they should be men, but they're not men. And so they're missing something, right? Yes, they can live life. Yes, they can be well adjusted to this fucking gender neutral society, but there's something missing and they know it. They know that they're meant for a deeper purpose, for something else, right? And again, that doesn't mean that, you know, that every single guy has to be the same and like, but it does mean certain things, right? And I do a lot of these videos for you guys on relationships, on dating advice, kind of on dealing with women. And I think a lot of it, you know, I was thinking about this, like, why do I gravitate towards that direction? And, you know, I really think like it's kind of the first step, right? I don't think you can go from being a boy to being a man if you are afraid of women, right? I mean, how could that be, right? You see what I'm saying? It's like, there's so much there, right? From facing rejection and going and taking what you want and learning to interact with people and not being afraid and being confident and being bold, that is necessary. And so that's kind of the first step, right? It's like, if you can't confront, if you can't deal with, if you can't handle women, if you're afraid to talk to them, if you're afraid of them and afraid of the rejection, and you're seeking this validation from them externally, you're gonna have a really difficult time being a man and progressing anywhere else in your life, because it's gonna be a stumbling block for you. So that's one of the reasons why I do focus in that direction, because I feel like that's important. Like, if you're not able to conquer that, you're always going to feel a lesser man, right? You're going to have this fear. You're going to have these blockages that prevent you from really experiencing what it is like to be a man. Anyway, this video doesn't really have like a super like point to it. I'm just kind of giving you guys a little bit more background on this and just some of the things I've been thinking about in this area. And I do feel like there's not enough content out there for you guys, for you boys, to become men. So I want to create more of that content. I want to talk more about the mindset, the discipline that it takes, you know, just a lot of these concepts and ideas. And so I guess, you know, maybe, you know, a good point of this video is, what are your questions, right? What is your struggle? What are you facing? Like, what would help you the most on this journey? Do you feel like you're a man? Do you feel like you're missing something? Do you feel like you're that lamb, right? That you're living among the lambs, but maybe you're a lion. Maybe you're meant for something more, right? And does that, like, do you not know the path, right? I want to really chart out the path. I'm thinking about doing a series and giving some challenges and just some things to overcome and some mindset. I'd really like to do some kind of like an in-person kind of workshop where we did this, but let's see where this goes from here. But anyway, just a couple of my thoughts here on this topic. I welcome your input on it, and yeah, I've been hearing you guys, right? You've been sending me emails, you've been leaving comments, you've been talking about this, and I'm listening. So we'll see what we can do. All right, click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.